Hey everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video we'll be going through a quick unboxing of another line released by Blokees, delving into the DC line that Blokees are progressively rolling out with Champion Class Batman Beyond. And basically it's just the DC version of Champion Class model kits. Compared to the Marvel ones that I've been doing for however long. Probably won't pick up every single DC kit. I've traditionally been more of a Marvel person, but I do appreciate certain characters and designs from DC. Batman Beyond is probably definitely one of the few Batman iterations that I do quite enjoy. Plus it had a good cartoon back in the day, so here we are. Anyway, front of the box for Batman Beyond, sporting that very nice black and red color scheme. It is going to be much more stylized versus what has been seen in the previous animation, but I will admit it does look very cool. So there's that front, and obviously that's the actual mini, not a CGI render. So here we go, Champion Class Batman Beyond, 123 pieces, and at a scale of 1 to 12. So should be interesting. I suspect will be within the same height range as we've seen from the Champion Class Marvel figures. On the side of the box, very nice embellishment for Batman Beyond in the typical Batman Beyond colors. And then on the other side we have another shot of Batman in another pose. As for the back, so going through the various accessories and gimmicks included, so there will be the typical Batarang, the Backlaw, a Disruptor, which is very interesting because I've always been adjusted to the fact that Batman has not really used ranged weapons, but in saying that, it is not a projectile based weapon, it is something else. There will be the back armor, which can then obviously be used to do his wings, which will have some level of articulation. Otherwise, in terms of what's included, some of those weapon accessories, a flurry of interchangeable hands, and obviously the main body. We do get a quick look at the runners. So, that's the box. Time to look inside. Okay, everything out of the box. Front of the manual, so pretty much a rehash of the front image from the box, and on the back just the Batman Beyond logo, DC Warner Brothers. Opening up the manual, the typical parts list, so we have the breakdown of the parts list on runners and the individual parts, and then opening up the manual, pretty much the build instructions that we are getting very accustomed to seeing here for Blokees, whether it's Marvel, DC or Transformers. So the head and the two arms is obviously putting everything together, the chest, weapon, belly, crotch, both legs. There will not be an LED, which is okay. I'm starting to warm to the fact that not every single model kit should have an LED in its chest. And then on this side of the instructions, going through the left and right wing build steps. And that is the manual. What else was included? We do have one bag of all those individual bits, but interestingly enough, it is in a non-see-through bag. So we only know what's in here thanks to the instructions. But yes, we can probably rest assured all the individual parts are in this bag. So we have that. It's just, as I said, unusual that it's not in a see-through bag. As for the runners, 2As, 1 and 2, both in black. Who was clever to have a green backdrop? Me. I am him. I am the clever person for a change. So we have those two in black. Now I have noticed in terms of the black, I don't know if it will come up on the camera well, unlike previous model kits where there's been some of that sheen to it, these look to be more of a very flat matte black, which is a nice change. 2Bs, 1 and 2, still in that same black. So there's one of them and there's the other, so most likely B2 will have a lot of those components for the wings. We have 2 Cs, 1, 2 and 3. C1, in a red, which does have a bit of a gloss sheen to it. And then C2s and 3, not quite a mirror copy of each other. They are slightly different, even though those larger parts do look quite similar. Some of these have a bit of a sheen, so those two pieces have a bit of a sheen. These ones do not, so these are a bit more of a flat red. But in the end, that is still pretty much red through and through. 2Ds, 1 and 2, going back to black. Slight sheen, not too heavy, but there's a little bit of a gloss effect there. More so than what we saw in A and B. And then lastly we have 3 Es, 1, 2 and 3, starting with E1 just because it's a bit of an odd shape. Back in the black still. And then to wrap things up, E2 still in black. And then E3 in white. So the kit basically is pretty much 3 colours. Now whether that white should be white, I don't know, maybe it should be a light silver. But if we look at the manual, I guess that is, yeah, that's probably still white, I guess. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the unboxing of Champion Class Batman Beyond from Blokees DC. So definitely looking forward to delving into the DC range of characters. So Batman Beyond is my first jump into the line. It is not the first of the DC line. The first was actually Superman. Superman is okay, but it was an easy pass for me. So I've actually started at Batman, and I do have 2 other DC Champion Class models as well. Probably doesn't take too much of a guess to figure out who they are. Bit of Google, easier to tell who it probably is. So they'll be coming through in the upcoming weeks as well. I haven't seen too much in the way of future releases. I'm sure I probably have, it's just not coming to my memory. So the DC ones will probably have a bit more of a gap in between, but that's okay. Compared to the Marvel one, they're probably about 6 to 7 model kits behind in terms of numerical releases, so at some point in time we'll catch up. Also depends what characters they do. Anyway, leaving it there. So thank you very much for watching this unboxing video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do appreciate it. Feel free to check out Instagram and the YouTube community tab. It's pretty much holding work in progress shots, stuff that I'm actively working on. Some of it will be very 40k centric, some of it won't be, but feel free to check out both. Otherwise, stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in a future video, which may be a Blokees unboxing or something else on the channel. See ya.